Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. This is Eric Allen, founder of Planiversity. Today I just want to show you quickly how to use Planiversity's new plans feature, which comes right after the filter section. So what we're going to do, it's a pretty straightforward process. I'll explain to you quickly what the plan section is. What I wanted to do was originally give users not the option just to consolidate all of their travel information, which is what we originally set out to do, but now I want people to be able to incorporate plans into their destination. So if I'm going to a specific location and I want to know a few things to do, or I want to add a few things into my plan to do while I'm at that destination, this is the feature that I'm going to use to help arrange that information. So let's say, for example, I want to visit a museum while I'm somewhere. Well, I use this feature to add it to my list of things that I already have planned, and we're going to use the service to consolidate that information in with everything else at the end. So let's just quickly get into it. So I use Wilmington, Delaware as the example here because this is the town in which Planiversity resides. So we'll go ahead and we'll just say I've already constructed my packet. I started my itinerary section, which would have been the first step, said that I was flying from Atlanta to Wilmington. And once I finished that section, put all my itinerary information in, which means the hotel, the flight, the rental car, and the route. The service went ahead and constructed all of that information into an itinerary. I followed that up with the schedule section, the notes section, the filter section, which is where I chose to know which resources are where around my destination. And now I'm into the plan section, which means I can decide what things I want to do while I'm there. What we did was we went ahead and we broke this information down into three subcategories, being places to eat, things to do, and people to see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well, look here. Let's just say I want to visit the zoo while I'm in town. So let's just go ahead and enter that. Visit the zoo. Whoops. Let's just correct that. Now, what I can do is I'm going to select a category once I put the title in there. And we'll say this obviously falls under a thing to do there. I come in here. I go ahead and I'll scroll in on the map. I'll select the zoo. If I don't know the address to put in, it's right there when you click on the map, so you can manually enter it, or you just click on it and then add. It's that simple. So right there, there's one. Now let's just say we want to visit an old-time friend while we're in town. So let's just say we want to visit Sarah while we're in town. So we come down here, select subcategory people to see. And let's just say Sarah lives out here in this area. All right, we'll just go ahead and click on this. Well, look, it drops another icon with the people to see. I go ahead, once again, I add it. Pretty straightforward so far, right? And we'll go ahead and even add one of the last subcategories of place to eat. So let's just say I want to go out for a date night while I'm in town. I'll select a place to eat. Maybe there's some place I have in mind. Maybe there's some place that I'm looking for. But let's just say I know a few places in town. So let's just say I'm going to use Iron Hill here. Go ahead and select that. I'll try that again, and there it goes. The icon drops. The address is right there if you need it. I go ahead and add that. Boom. Now we've got those three categories of people to see, things to do, and places to eat. Okay. Now let's just say there's certain things I want to change. So we'll use the people to visit, for example, or people to see. So let's just say we made a mistake, and Sarah actually doesn't live on Meteor Lane, and she's in fact on Mercury Road. Well, that's simple enough. I can go over here. I can edit the that section right there, and I can say, okay, well, that was a mistake. As soon as I click on that edit, this icon starts jumping around. So what I can do is I can either manually change the address right here, or I can go ahead and just grab the icon, drag it up there, and we'll say, oh, this is actually where Sarah lives. Update that information, boom, icon stops jumping, and there we have it updated. And even if we say, oh, nope, we made a mistake, that's actually Sarah's grandmother's house, and Sarah lives over here on Jupiter Road. Well, once again, that's too easy. We come over here, click the edit button, then we zoom in on our map here. It's a piece of cake, and what did we say? She lives on Jupiter. All right, now we zoom out, grab that icon, bring it down here to Jupiter Road, drop it right there. You can see the address updates. the icon moves. We go ahead and update. The icon stops jumping, and now it's set and added to the list of things. So we'll go ahead and zoom out here. Once again, you can see our icons. Now let's say from scratch we want to add a location. So let's just say I want to visit the University of Delaware while I'm in town. So we'll just add that as University orientation. Now we go ahead and we say this is a place to, no, not eat, not people to see. This is a thing to do. We'll go ahead and we'll click on, boom, right here, right next to it. So once we click on the map there, the icon drops. Now I say, oh, that's not quite right. It's not on Townsend Road. It's actually right over here. Well, we don't actually have to wait until it's in the list to edit it. We just grab the icon from the get-go, drop it right up here to whatever this is. Maybe that's the admissions office. We'll go ahead and drop that. Look, student services building, piece of cake. Now, click and add that, and there it is, added to our list below. So you don't need to add it to the list and then go in to edit it. You can edit that address manually, but as soon as you drop that icon, until it's actually firm or static, I'll say, not bouncing, you can go ahead and click and drag it to any location. But let's see, food. Let's go ahead and just put something very generic in there. Place to eat. We'll go ahead and, well, let's just drop an icon right there. Well, there's nothing right there that I know of, but okay. Well, it looks like maybe we want to adjust this and say, no, we actually want to bring this back to China House Express. So again, I can grab this icon while it's bouncing and move it over to that location. So maybe I just drop it right there. Boom, my address is updated. I go ahead and add that. The icon stops bouncing. I can no longer grab and edit that now. Okay, so that's a pretty much a straightforward function. There's not too much complication to it. We will be adding more features in the future for businesses, which is the meeting location, event location, job location. But for now, for individual users, this is what you'll be able to add to be able to play with the service and add little things that you want to do at your destination in. Again, let's just say I want to do the farmer's market. Well, again, farmer's market. And the good thing about this is you will not be limited by the amount of locations that you add in here. So thing to do, go ahead and farmer's market. We'll drop that right there, add it. And now I've got my farmer's market in there. I can go ahead and close that. And look, I've got several things to do. I've got a couple places to eat, and I've got somebody to see, and it's all reflected right there on the map. So pretty straightforward, again, like I said. Now, once you move on from this section, once you click the finish next step and you complete the process of putting your packet together, you'll go ahead and export at the end. And what that looks like when you finally get your packet is, well, let's go ahead and zoom down. So this is a test packet that I've thrown together, and here's the plan. So here's how it will reflect in your plan. So again, it'll give you the title, the address of that location, distance from your destination. So I selected a destination in this test packet earlier and said, this is the location I'll be staying at. And then I go ahead and I start dropping these things to do, places to eat, and people to see on that map, add all of this information, export it, and now the service is telling me if I want to go to work out at this gym here that's 4 miles away from my location, there's the address. Now it's pretty straightforward, right? If we come down here to the map, now again, these are all test documents that I've thrown in. The map has all those icons right there. So it's a little congested, but with the app that's coming out, you'll be able to actually zoom in and see the reference of those locations in relation to where your destination is. So it'll actually be very intuitive. But since the export is a static product, there's not much updating that can be done. You'll have your destination, you'll have these icons, and then of course you'll have a detailed route destination. But all of that information that you've just entered for your planning section will be reflected, such as this. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. If you have any questions, write us at plans@planiversity.com, and we hope you enjoy the feature. Thank you very much, and take care.